I feel confident if you like Survivor, you will like this game and you will feel like you were playing it minus the bugs.
What's up, IGN? Michael here. After 25 years at the heart of pop culture, one show has outwitted, outplayed, and outlasted them all. Yes, we're talking Survivor. And here to break down everything we know so far about the upcoming 50th, yes, 50th season, and to talk a little bit about his new game as well, is the host and executive producer of the show, Jeff Probst. Jeff, welcome to IGN Fan Fest.
Good to be here, Michael.
Here at IGN, we're huge fans of games of all stripes, and you, Jeff Probst, have recently designed and released a brand new game. You teamed up with the team behind the best-selling games Exploding Kittens. Your game is called The Tribe Has Spoken card game.
Yep.
Tell me about this and how it ties into Survivor.
Well, I started working on a Survivor card game about 2 years ago, trying to figure out, could you approximate Survivor without having to leave your living room? And I teamed up with the team at Exploding Kittens, who are the best game designers I know. And I'm really happy and proud to say I think we did it. I think Survivor fans are loving this game. I know they're loving it. I'm reading the feedback. I'm hearing about it. It really is Survivor. You work for advantages. You might have an idol. You can get extra votes. You're conspiring against each other. The design of the box is key, and that was done by Ian, one of the guys at Exploding Kittens, when he realized if we take the box and make the box the voting urn, then we have cracked the game. And it's a fun game. In addition, there's some Survivor elements, like if you read the survival guide, you will see there is a clue that will lead you to finding an extra card hidden somewhere in the box. So I'm super proud of it. It was a joy to work with Exploding Kittens, and I feel confident if you like Survivor, you will like this game and you will feel like you were playing it minus the bugs.
So Jeff, going back to season 50 for a second, over the thousands of television series that have ever been made, only a few have reached 50 seasons. Guiding Light, 60 Minutes, Monday Night Football, SNL this year, and now Survivor, y'all made it to 50. Tell me about that achievement and what it is like for Survivor to have been at the pinnacle of the pop culture conversation for 25 years.
It's a weird question to contemplate because I just keep trying to be a part of making another great season. That sounds like a cop-out answer to your question, but I don't think anybody on our team is sitting around going, well, when we hit 50, then we'll get the cigars out. I'm already thinking about 51. So for me, it's personally greatest job I'll ever have. I knew that the day I got it. I knew that in 2000 when Mark hired me, that this was going to be the greatest experience of my life. I didn't think it would last 25 years. I thought it might get a few seasons, but I just knew at the core of the game was this study of human behavior and how we justify our ethics and how we can convince ourselves and persuade others to do all sorts of things if we really have a reason, like $1 million. That has not changed. And the fact that it's still on, I think says more about us than it does the game, because Survivor is us.
Over 4 dozen seasons of the show to date, at this point you've seen heroes, villains, blindsides, incredible gameplay, incredibly boneheaded moves, and I'm sure every type of player under the sun. Is there one arc or one moment from all of those seasons that you can point to and say, that is quintessentially Survivor?
For me, spiritually and emotionally and inspirationally, Cirie Fields, getting up off the couch and saying, I'm a nurse. I don't know if I belong out in the jungle, but I want to try. She embodies everything I love about Survivor. And there's a moment in Game Changers where there's a balance beam and she's trying to get across the balance beam. You're in the middle of a real ocean. Waves are moving the balance beam around. It's already hard to cross in the first place. She can't get across the balance beam. And she keeps trying. The challenge ends. That's no longer interesting. Somebody won. Fantastic. What's more interesting is this is why you came out here, Cirie, right here, to see if you could do it. And I still remember that moment. I'm getting goosebumps right now, remembering when as a host, I made the decision to change the focus from the challenge to the individual. And what happens is her tribe mates help her and she gets across that balance beam. And when I ask her why, she basically says, for my kids. I want my kids to know, just keep going. Just keep going. You may fail. Try again. That moved me a lot out there.
You're the host of Survivor, you're the EP, and I think more than anything else, you're probably the #1 fan of the show. So tell us, as we head into season 50, what excites you most about Survivor season 50?
We genuinely are giving as many opportunities as we can to the fans to have an impact. So we're all in on it together. The single most difficult decision that I've been a part of was figuring out who's going to be on the list of eligible players. Because we've had over 700 people play. And there are so many deserving players. We started, Michael, with a list of 200. So we had to get rid of 550 to begin with. And all 200, we're like, we could put all these people on the list. But the issue became, if you have a list of 200 eligible players, then the voting is kind of neutralized. It's just too many people. So what we're going to present is a composite of different types of players from different seasons that bring different areas of the game. These aren't just winners. These aren't just game changers. This is a composite of our 25 years of playing Survivor. And then we're going to say, here you go, fans. Now out of this list, you decide who you want to see play. And let's just see what they bring to it.
I would imagine that the cachet that comes with being the champion of Survivor season 50 is something that's going to be pretty epic. Jeff Probst, thank you so much for being part of IGN Fan Fest. This has been awesome. We appreciate your time.
Michael Payton, thanks for having me on.
I'm looking forward to it. Congrats. Thank you to Jeff Probst for joining us to talk all things Survivor. And for all things Fan Fest, be sure to keep it locked here on IGN.